Well, talking budgets is about as exciting as watching paint dry, but we're going to try to make it exciting for you because there is a bright outlook for Idaho's rainy day fund this year. Unlike other states, Idaho is keeping the lid on its rainy day fund with no plans to touch it. And with the last fiscal year just coming to a close, the governor's office says Idaho is in good position despite the COVID-19 pandemic. Our Misty Inglet is at the Capitol tonight, and she spoke with the state budget office to get those details. Misty.
Well, first, a little background. Rainy day funds are essentially excess money from things like income or sales tax or other areas which the state can choose to put a portion of aside to be used in emergency situations. The governor's budget chief says since the last recession, Idaho has been working to really build up its rainy day fund. And it's also been a big priority of Governor Little's since he took office.
There's a lot of states that would love to be in the position that Idaho's in.
That position is maintaining a balanced budget through the pandemic without using emergency funds.
Prior to COVID, we anticipated we would end the fiscal year balanced in with a surplus of around $56 million.
But COVID-19 changed a lot of things, and the governor's budget director, Alex Adams, says they anticipated a huge drop in revenue. In order to balance their budgets, many other states had to withdraw millions from their rainy day funds, but Idaho was not one of those states.
We're actually going to end the year balanced. We're going to end the year with a surplus that's larger than what we expected.
Though final numbers haven't been released yet, Adams says the surplus will be more than $100 million. That means Idaho's current $580 million rainy day fund remains untouched.
The benefit there is we think this is going to be a 3 to 4 year budget hole that all states are going to dig out of, and we think Idaho's going to weather the storm better than most.
Adams says one reason behind this is Governor Brad Little asking state agencies pre-pandemic to cut back on spending. Another reason is 2019 tax revenues and the fact the governor extended the deadline to June 15th, allowing more time for Idahoans to file while also keeping the revenue in the 2020 fiscal year.
At the end of May, we were $312 million behind where we needed to be. So to balance the budget, we not only needed to hit our June estimates, we had to exceed the June estimates by $312 million just to balance. And we far exceeded that.
Rainy day funds are one-time only money, meaning once it's spent, it's gone. So Adams says not using that money in the first year allows it to be allocated wherever needed over the next few years.
Idahoans can have confidence that we're managing the budget wisely, prudently, and judiciously on behalf of all taxpayers.
Because of the pandemic and its effect on businesses as well as individuals, Adams says the state does expect to see a pretty significant drop in 2020 tax revenues. So those rainy day funds could potentially be used to help balance next year's state budget as well as maybe over the next few years. Kim?
All right, Misty, thank you. And by the way, this year's final budget numbers will be released on Friday. The state is constitutionally required to balance its budget each fiscal year.